Hi, good morning, or good afternoon, depends on when you're watching this. Miss Miller here. Hello. Who's this?
Madison.
Madison. All right, today is Monday, March 30th, and we are starting a new week, and it is Mr. McGregor's Garden, and today's listening story is The Tale of Peter Rabbit. You ready to get started? All right, let's get started. The Tale of Peter Rabbit. Once upon a time, there were 4 rabbits. Their names were Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. They lived in a nest under the root of a big tree. "Now, dears," said Mrs. Rabbit one morning, "you may go into the fields or down the lane, but do not go into Mr. McGregor's garden. You may run along now, but I am going out." Mrs. Rabbit left to go to the baker's. Here's my question. Where does Mrs. Rabbit say the bunnies may play?
In the fields or
The lane?
lane.
Good. Now, there's a second question. What does Mrs. Rabbit ask the bunnies not to do? Not to go to a certain garden? Yeah? How about Mr. McGregor's garden? Yeah. So not supposed to go there. This is part of listening. You know, listen to your parents and carefully what they tell you, what to do, what not to do. So, third question. Why would bunnies want to go to Mr. McGregor's garden?
To find food.
That's right. I bet there's some yummy, yummy food in a garden for bunnies. All right, moving on. The little rabbits went down the lane to look for blackberries, but Peter ran straight to Mr. McGregor's garden and squeezed under the gate. Here's my question. Does Peter obey? No. Why do you think that he did not obey?
Because he wanted to find food.
Let's see. Yep, he wanted to find food. Good job, Maddie. All right, moving on. First, he ate some lettuce and beans, and then he pulled up and ate some radishes. His tummy began to feel bad, so he decided to look for some parsley. Here's my question. Well, not really a question, more like let me know. Eating parsley helps a rabbit's tummy feel better. Did you know that? Yeah. So we have parsley. We eat that in our food. But for a rabbit, they eat that for their tummies. I think like doggies, they eat grass. Yeah. And then it makes them do what?
Vomit.
Makes them vomit. Makes them throw up. But it's getting whatever is inside out. So, but maybe parsley doesn't make them throw up. Maybe it just helps settle their belly.
I just was outside and so we're just eating grass.
I hope we don't have vomit later. All right, moving on. But all of a sudden, Peter saw Mr. McGregor. The farmer was down on his hands and knees planting cabbages, but he jumped up when he saw Peter. He picked up his rake and shook it at him and shouted, "Stop, thief!" Now here's my question. Why does Mr. McGregor call Peter a thief?
Because he's taking the vegetables from his garden.
Yeah, does that belong to Peter?
No.
No.
It belongs to Mr. McGregor.
That's right. He did not ask for permission. He just took them anyway, and that's stealing. All right, moving on. Peter got so excited he forgot what way to go to get out of the gate. He lost both of his shoes as he ran. He began to run faster, but then he got his coat and button caught on a gooseberry net. It was his new jacket with brass buttons. Peter began to cry. He wiggled out of his jacket just as Mr. McGregor reached him. Now here's my question. Why does Mr. McGregor, where does Peter leave his clothes?
By the gate.
He's trying to get to the gate, He got them. They're in the garden in the gooseberry net. And that's where they got caught. Another question: is Peter's mother going to be happy about that?
No.
No. Why?
Because the mom told him not to go in there, and he did it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And his clothes got ruined, and they were new.
They were new. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure, as a mom, after I ever just told you not to do something, and you're wearing some like brand new Nike tennis shoes, and you got them all muddy playing in that garden, would I be upset?
Yes.
Yeah, because I spent money on that, Yeah, it's a good lesson. So sometimes we know what we're talking about as parents because we know what we're talking about. You need to obey. Yeah. All right, moving on. Peter ran to the tool shed and jumped into a watering can. Mr. McGregor came in and began looking for Peter under the flower pot. All of a sudden, he heard a sneeze. Peter jumped out of the can and out of the window. Mr. McGregor saw that he could not catch Peter, so he went back to work. Here's my question. How does Mr. McGregor know that Peter is in the can?
Because he sneezed.
He sneezed. Why does Mr. McGregor stop looking for Peter?
Because he ran.
Well, so Peter is running away. Is Peter maybe faster than Mr. McGregor? He realized he couldn't catch him, so he just stopped. Moving on. Peter kept looking for a way out of the garden. He went back to the tool shed and climbed up on the wheelbarrow. He saw the gate just past the spot where Mr. McGregor was hoeing onions. He ran fast as he could to pass Mr. McGregor back to his home under the big tree. Here's my question. Does Peter make it safely back home?
Yes.
Yes, he does. Last part of the story. Mother Rabbit wondered what Peter had been doing and what had happened to his clothes. She made Peter some chamomile tea to help him feel better and put him to bed early. But Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail had bread and milk and delicious blackberries. Here's my question. Why do Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail get to eat bread, milk, and blackberries?
Because they obeyed Mother.
That's right.
They didn't disobey like Peter did.
That's right. That's right. Very good. So he disobeyed. So not only did he messed up and lost his clothes, he got sick because he ate too much of the food that he wasn't supposed to be eating. Gave him a tummy ache, which put him to bed early with just some tea to help him feel better, while his siblings got to eat their yummy, yummy dinner because they listened to their mom. All right, well, we're all done for today. So tomorrow, check out the YouTube channel, and we will be reading a story continuing on with Mr. McGregor's garden, and it's planting the garden is the day's topic. All right, well, good to see you. Hit subscribe and check in with us tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.